What's up, guys? It is FlexPoint, and I have been working around with the new Fiora recently, and pretty nice little clip from the last game, just to show the power of our ultimate, and I'm pretty sure this is how you properly use it, or it's one of the most proficient ways to use it, mostly because of the heal. We're going to go ahead and play, and start off at the very beginning of this last team fight with a pick. And if you look at my build, I really wanted to try out Frozen Mallet. That's what I wanted to try out with Fiora. You need to get around opponents, and I think it would be a little easier to do if you had a Frozen Mallet or Triforce. In my case, I got both. So we see Gangplank gets caught out. I use my Q to dash in, and immediately proc the slow, and that dude just completely melted. And this is where the fight's gonna start. We're gonna watch your regular speed, not gonna say anything, and then we're gonna go back and review it. So, let's go back. Some of the things I saw that I liked were, one, as Fiora, you're pretty much a threat, and generally right now, in the beginning, people are ignorant, like they don't know what she does. So, you're gonna see right here, I zone off a little bit, the Ezra on the Teemo. Ezra ulti comes out, Easton gets cut out a little bit, and I just walk up to them too, and they immediately run back. Just like that. Zoned out. I was gonna go back in, but I can't fight while I'm blinded. Like that, so as soon as the blind finishes, I go back in to go for their backline, but then right here, I see a couple things. One, I see Echo has penetrated their front line. He got to the back. Two, there is a almost 4k health tank on our Graves, and you wouldn't be, I mean, how do I explain it? Tahm Kench deals a lot of damage to squishy champions because, I mean, he's got Sunfire Cape, he has his passive, he deals a lot of damage. So I cast my ultimate, goes on Tahm Kench, and I immediately turn around to proc the passive. Okay, I think this is ideally a scenario that you want, where your ultimate is on your carry. So if somebody like a Maokai, Vi, any dive-in champion that dives onto your carry like this, you typically want your ultimate to be on top of them or with them. So dive back onto the Tahm Kench. I go around him to try and proc the passive, proc the last passive, and immediately everybody in my little area starts healing. And I really think that turns the fight a lot more and tipped it over to our favor a lot, like completely. I'm full health. Thresh regen like 500 health. Graves regen about 250, I think, because he ran out of the circle. And we were able to win. Especially specifically how much. We're gonna look at how much health was regen in that fight. Alright, so 161, 161, 160, 160. So 160 times 4 is 640, I believe. Because it's 320 times 2. 640 health. 640 health. Another 161, another 161. 640 plus 160. 800. 960 plus 53. 1000. Call it 1000. We'll call it 1100. And then another 320. That's 1500. Another 160. 160 on the grave. 74 on me. Like another 160. Another 160. Another 159. Another 160, another 160, another 159, 81, but that's from his auto. 80. Oh no, it's because he has grievous wounds. So that was. Right here, 159, 159, 159, 81, 81, 61 on me, 149 on Thresh. Like, the amount of health regen there was insane. It was immense. And I think what makes it really strong is that it was on top of the 80 carry, and that's typically what you want to do as Fiora here. Because if you go back, there's nothing wrong with like diving in with the Echo and then putting it there, or casting it somewhere in the backline, their backline. But I mean, think about the things that like. Think of like the. That's what I'm looking for, the utility in it. Like if you put it in your backline, you have the disengage from Thresh Lantern, and he has this peel. Like, it's just crazy how much you can heal from this ultimate. Or people regen from my ultimate constantly. That's pretty crazy. Okay, well, this is my little Fiora clip. I really hope it helps you. It helps you learn a little bit, mostly on positioning. But again, Riot is really going for the skill shot, and you have to do this to proc this. And with these new champions, you look at Gnar, Tahm Kench. You must auto attack this many times to proc this, or Echo has his passive, his W passive, and they did the same thing with Fiora and her ultimate and her natural passive. So just remember that you kind of want to cast your ultimate somewhere your team can be, because if you cast it in their enemy backline, it's kind of hard for your team to get there, and if they do get there, sure, the healing is going to be great, but they'd have to pass the front line. I think there, if I dove in, Tahm Kench might have, or a best case scenario for their team, kill Graves. Worst case, he peels him off of the fight, and we fight without an 80 carry and support. But I hope this video helps you learn to utilize Fiora's ulti to its maximum potential. And good luck.